If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale. I hiccuped in the middle of that. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming podcast, week of September 15th, 2019. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm exhausted today. I took a nap for the first time in forever, and it's come back to bite me in the butt.
See, Conan flames me every time I take a nap. But this is the second weekend in a row that he's taking a nap on a Sunday.
And I feel worse than I did before.
Do you really?
Yeah. Exponentially worse than I did before.
I do not understand that. I take a nap, and I just feel amazing afterwards. If I get to sleep a couple hours. If I sleep 30 minutes, then yeah, I hate myself. But if I get to sleep an hour and a half, I'm pretty good. Pretty good nap. Not gonna lie.
I can't do it. I can't take naps. It just messes with me.
You get a good night's sleep now because you have that CPAP machine. So that you get a good night's sleep, so you don't have an excuse to take a nap.
That's true, I guess. I don't Sure.
I mean, I don't know how I need to do that. I know I have sleep apnea really bad. I feel like I know Conan's been worried that I'm gonna die in my sleep sometimes. So I need to get on that.
Probably will someday.
That'd be the way to go though. Just in your sleep, you don't have to worry about it. You just wake up dead.
It's you don't wake up.
Yeah.
You wake up dead.
Whatever. It's a Scary Movie 4 argument all over again. If he goes to sleep alive, how does he wake up dead? God, I hate that. After Scary Movie 3, those movies took a nosedive down.
I couldn't even tell you the difference between them.
I think I've seen one of them.
Okay, the first Scary Movie is based off of I think it's Scream is what it's based off of.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what the second one's based off of. I know it's just based off of going to some house or some mansion. I don't know what it's based off of. The third one is based off of Alien or Signs. That's what it's called. That movie. You remember that stupid movie with
what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That movie scared the hell out of me when I watched it. When I was 8 or 9. That movie scared the hell out of me. I watched it with my dad and my grandma. It made me sleep with a water gun underneath my bed for months. Because I was just oh, they get destroyed by water. All right, here we go. I'm protecting myself. I'm doing my part. And not going to get destroyed by these aliens. It just Super Soaker.
I'm protected.
I'm protected.
Hey, no,
aliens be like Neo in the Matrix, but instead of guns, I just have water guns. I have pistols everywhere, strapped up with me. I'm ready to go. These aliens aren't getting me. You can't take baby ghosts down. I promise you.
We have gone some places already. We're 3.5 minutes in.
But I don't know why that movie scared the hell out of me, but it did. I know the fourth one is based off of World of Worlds. God, that movie was awful. I think the fifth one is finally based on Saw, I think. And then after that, I couldn't tell you. I don't even know if there is a sixth one. All right, I guess we can do
I'm sure there
quick
is.
Google search.
It's probably one of those direct-to-DVD movies.
There's 5 of them. Okay, so the fifth one was the fifth one came out in 2013. Jesus Christ. What was the fifth one about then? Let's see.
Did you just say it was that Saw?
No, I thought it was, but I guess maybe it's not. Let's see. Has a 3.5 out of 10 stars.
Sounds about right.
Oh no, I think it's based off the grunge, isn't it? I don't remember. I don't care.
Oh, the Grudge, not the grunge.
I don't know.
Grunge is a
Music.
bad performance style.
Oh, whatever. I hated that. I didn't watch scary movies. Okay, I did not watch scary movies.
I don't watch scary movies either. You're good.
Like, they just scare me, and I don't like being scared. Makes my blood pressure go up.
And it never comes down.
Speaking of blood pressure, vaping has killed 6 people. It is time to ban it.
Man, that's all Facebook's been about this past week.
It's ridiculous that it's killed 6 people. It's time to ban it. We haven't had a tragedy like vaping. It's time to ban vaping in the United States.
Never has anything happened in America that's killed so many teenagers.
Nothing. I can't think of one thing.
Not even remotely close or comparable.
God, so last night I went. This is like slowest story I went of the week. Last night I went to Swasu, and then I went to a thing afterwards, and I'm just like sitting there chit. I didn't even partake in like adult beverages. I was just there to like hang out, and every time we'd like get a conversation and people would started getting loud or something, I would just bust out and say that it's like vaping is a tragedy. We have to ban it. And then I get the room like getting mad. It was funny.
Where was this at?
In Weatherford yesterday.
Oh.
I was like, vaping has killed 6 people. It's time to ban it.
All the people vaping, and it's like, guys,
yes,
stop.
Like,
you're going to die.
Like, people would look at me like I was like something like the people that didn't know me there thought I was being like 100% serious.
Yeah.
And they would look at me and they'd try to get mad, and then I would laugh, and then all the other people would get mad at them for trying to get mad at me. It was amazing.
It's like you need to learn very fast that I am literally never serious.
Like you need to learn real quick the pyramid here at this school.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gone, still sitting there up there at that top spot.
Spooby sits in that chair sometimes, but
yeah, I'm here now. Like I went back for like one. Oh, it was a good time. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. And then, but we got to ban vaping, folks. It's bad for it.
It's the only solution.
That's only how we will get past national tragedies is that we ban vaping because it's killed 6 people with them buying illegal cartridges from China. But
illegal THC cartridges from China.
We have to ban vaping. I saw this meme yesterday. It was like if the way we could save vaping is if we all disguise them as AR-15s.
Just get a rig that looks like an AR-15.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry, guys. It's just an AR-15.
Don't worry about like you're aiming it, and that's how you have to aim it and pull the trigger on it, and that's how you get a hit from your tool or whatever it is. That's the only way now. That's the only way you can save vaping. Is that way. Okay, so we had to do a big cut there because Mage doesn't know how to censor himself. It's always a Mage's fault. But
always my fault.
Are you guys going to go raid Area 51 this weekend?
What day is that supposed to be on?
It's supposed to be on Friday, apparently.
Is it the 20th?
The 20th?
Yeah, it's the 20th.
Oh, no, my hotel's set for the 17th and the 18th. Crap. I'll be there early. Yeah.
I can't go because it's my school or my town's birthday. So we have a parade to march on Friday, and then we have a football game to play the national anthem at, and then a rodeo to work the concession stand at.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't go because I have to attend a funeral or a wedding. I don't know which yet, but we'll figure it out.
Is it because they're going to the Area 51?
Yeah, just an excuse to not go.
Yeah.
I don't know who's yet, but I'll be going somewhere else.
That's good. We have went places in 10 minutes. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we like derailed this quickly. Or like we derailed once and then we just like made alternate path lines like Avengers did back in Endgame. We went places with this line.
We did.
Alternate pathways, like the Sony Disney deal on Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
I just want Spider-Man in the MCU, man. He's so good.
I think they finally agreed to something.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, because I think it's like Disney's taking 30% now instead of the wanting a 50-50 split.
No, there's no one saying that at all.
I swear that they had.
Send me a link.
All right, I'll look it up. I think it's been a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't followed.
Because people are talking about it like right now, saying that it hasn't done anything, like at all.
Yeah, I haven't followed along with that literally at all.
You know why we need Spider-Man in the MCU? Because he doesn't vape. And we have to stop vaping. It's a national tragedy.
All right.
It's time to stop.
He is on his phone while he's swinging, which is like distracted driving. So
it's texting and driving pretty much. But see, that's okay because it's not vaping. Vaping and driving is the bad thing. Remember, folks. Or vaping in general is the bad thing. Nothing else. Everything else is fine.
So has anything actually come of that, or is it people just being dumb?
What?
A vape ban.
Well, your boy Donnie T was on news the other day talking about saying that we need to ban it.
All right.
Like, I'm legit. He went on national TV and was talking about, it's a national tragedy. The youth are dying from it, and 6 people died. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't even see any of that. I just seen people freaking out about a vape ban. I was like,
I'm not getting political on it. I'm not. It's just stupid that vaping for years, literally decades, cigarettes have been killing people left and right because of getting lung cancer or anything like that. Vaping killed 6 people. It's time to ban it. They're done. They're done. They're like a medium steak. It's done. Pull it off. No more. Can we jump into fails of the week?
I was about to say, so much for not getting political.
Can we jump into fails of the week,
please? We can.
Mage, what is your fail of the week?
I got a cold earlier this week, and it was it was like 3 days of just like being really snotty and having a bad headache. Colds are not fun. They're pretty easy to get rid of, but not fun.
I had something like that a couple weeks ago. It was not fun either. I feel you on that one. Conan Jones, what about you?
So, next week I have my certification interview test process thing. Yeah. So this past week we've done some mock interviews with my mentor lady, and they were supposed to be sending me out with people to, see stuff happen in the real world, and nobody in my office is able to take me out because you have to have been
certified.
Yeah, you have to have had your job for at least a year before you can take people out to train.
Oh.
So, nobody in my unit has been there for over a year, except for one lady, but she's on maternity leave until, the middle of October.
Wow, really?
That's what you want.
Yeah.
I have, over half my office has been there for multiple years, so that's crazy.
Yeah, no, well, that's mainly my unit, so like the 8 of us, but like one of the ladies got hired about the same time I did. She starts training tomorrow. 2 of them, they finished training back in like February or March. One of them did training like 3 or 4 years ago, but she just transferred from CPS, so she hasn't been on the permanency side of stuff. And then the other one had been there for the multiple years, but she's on maternity leave. And apparently we have another guy, but I've literally never met him. So,
okay.
So yeah, that's what I was supposed to be doing this week. And I finally got out to go out with somebody who was from a different office. And the house that we went to was filled with roaches and was nasty.
Nice.
But she kind of had warned me about it before going in, so I was dressed appropriately. And
so wait, what's dressed appropriately?
Like, usually tall socks with like sneakers with like closed shoes, like not flip flops or something like that, and just kind of tighter fitting clothes. So
okay,
that's not really policy. That's just kind of stuff that's people have said. Hey, if you wear this, it doesn't do so well with critters and etc. So. So she explained it to me before going in, but I had to do an interview with one of the kids while we were there, and I did horrible. Like I froze. I felt like crap that day. Like my mentor lady even kind of felt bad for sending me out, but I had to have it to get it checked off for my thing.
Yeah.
So she was like, "You look like crap and you sound like crap, and I should send you home, but you have to have this." So at least she was prepared for me to have done horribly, and it did. But
well,
I got it made up though. We did another one with my mentor lady the next day or 2 later, and she said like, "Yeah, that was much better than what I heard you did in the field." So that's not going to count against me or anything. It was just a practice deal. So
yeah. Well, hopefully you don't have the same mistakes again.
Yeah, no, next week will be better.
So kind of like what my mentor always told me is that life is always about just learning from and learning to over like what you learn from them.
Exactly.
He always told me that the only thing different between you and me is that I've failed more than you have, because you learn from everything.
Yeah, learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. It was just kind of one of those deals where I felt like crap and I couldn't think. So
yeah.
But
I had one of those last week too. I didn't do super bad, but I definitely didn't do as good as I normally do.
Yeah.
Just because I had that cold, didn't feel well.
Well, like that
also, we have to do like unannounced visits. I want to say every 3 months.
Yeah.
And my boss, because I'm still technically doing training, she has to come with me and watch me do interviews. and like at like 3:00, she's just like, "Hey, you got anywhere you need to go?" And I was like, "I guess I could go to this house. I wasn't really planning on it, but she's like, okay, let's go right now." And I was like, all right. So I didn't have any time to prepare for it. I didn't feel well. It went okay, but there were definitely it was definitely not as well as it could have been.
Yeah. See, that's stuff I'm not looking forward to. But like, this was my first interview with people who like weren't going through training also, or it wasn't just a name on a piece of paper. It was a real person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
So that part was weird.
It gets easier. It's just like anything else. It gets easier the more you do it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, like I'm not worried about the training, or not the trainings, but the certification test stuff. I'm just ready for it to be done.
I feel ya.
Ghost, what's your fail?
Man, My Friday just sucked. So, we had that full moon and Friday the 13th. So my kids are just like going every which way. And I'm just like sitting there, just like, please. I'm like sitting there watching the time click. I'm just like, please, hurry, hurry. And just, it sucks. I wanted to come home and play Classic, and I couldn't. And Friday is like the only night that I had to play Classic this week because yesterday I went to go see I went to go to Swasu, and then the next day today I went to the state fair. I actually can't play Classic tonight though, so I'm actually after this I'm gonna go throw a pizza in the oven and do that. But I feel like I'm not prepared. This is gonna lead into topic one. I feel like I'm not prepared for this marching comp on Monday at all, and everyone's told me it's just like, oh, like even the principal, the one who like tells me if I'm doing good or not, he is just like, they've never marched before, so ever, so there's no reason for you to like think like to feel bad about it if we don't like do good at it. We've had 4 weeks of learning it, and I still like feel horrible about it because I want us to be. I have the highest standards for myself, higher than anybody else's, and I'm worried about looking like bad in front of like everybody. I don't know how many schools are actually going to be there, to be honest.
Is there a list of schedule of who goes when?
No, I didn't get a schedule of it. Let me see if I can pick it up again. Because more of that's going to be there. I got a packet, but I think looking at it now, I got this thing that was just like the AMD attendance or average membership daily thing, and it had like 497 schools on it. Is that how many schools are in Oklahoma?
I have no idea.
Like school districts?
I know it's a lot.
How many? Let's do another Google search. How many school districts are in Oklahoma? Okay, there's 537 of them. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Like one for every town.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no way that 95% of the state of Oklahoma is going to be at this parade on.
No.
Okay, so maybe the list I was reading was wrong because it had the OSAA AMD on it, and it had like 6A schools, it had all the way up to 6A, all the way down to 2A, and I was just like,
maybe that's just schools that are a part of OSSAA.
Yeah, I think now that I'm looking at it, I think that's because the one that like is standing out to me was like Oklahoma School of Death was on there, and I was sitting there thinking, was like, why would they have a marching band? But I didn't say anything because I know deaf people can still feel the vibrations and stuff, so I didn't like think about it. But now looking at it, I don't think that they would have a marching band. Right? Am I good?
It's possible. Like, I don't know anything about that. I feel like that would probably be a little more difficult than other.
So maybe there's not going to be 500 schools. I think there is.
No, there's not going to be near that many there.
The other thing I was worried about is because I saw that the school where I student taught as be at, and I really just want to like show them that I'm doing good, and I'm doing good on my own, and I'm literally not doing a thing that they taught me. Oh, let me reword that. That they taught me
with air quotes.
Oh yeah, I straight up did the air quotes, and maybe they're not going to be there.
I've never been to the state fair for the marching band stuff. Like,
I'm just taking them for like. Apparently, Swasu's bringing the entire band to march in it.
that would have been cool to do.
That would have been cool to do. They're getting like a. All right, so this is one of the stupidest things my friend told me. Oh, Spooby told me yesterday. We were sitting there. I was just like, we don't get to really hang out much today or yesterday because of the going to the Swasu's football game and everything, which they won surprisingly. They're 2-0. They're going to a bowl game.
All right, that's all it takes.
But he was telling me, he was like, I know we don't get to hang out much today, but on Monday we'll have a turkey leg and a beer and we'll be all right. And I'm like, Spooby, you know I'm gonna have my kids with me, right? He's like, yeah, that's why you're gonna be there in the first place. And I was like, I can't drink on the clock around my kids. Why are you so stupid? And he was just like,
what you mean?
He's like, oh, hey, there you go, mind that at all. I was like, my principal's the one driving the bus.
Yeah.
Like, why are you this dumb? I love you to death, but why are you this stupid?
Let me stick you in a little water bottle.
Yeah.
Like, it hurt. It hurt listening to him say that. And it hurt him trying to, like, explain it to me. I was like, Spooby, please stop. Just take a step back and realize what you're saying. And then I would just tell it to everybody all night, and everyone would just laugh and be like, what an idiot he is sometimes.
Poor Spooby.
But God damn, that's something I would expect Morgan Grimes to say to me. Not Spooby.
Have you talked to him recently?
Excuse me. No, I haven't. I haven't talked to him at all. I talked to him that night before we went to go do the shindig, but he didn't say anything to me. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just worried about this state fair thing. I want it to go good, especially because like all my friends at Swasey is going to be there. I don't know. I tried telling them, I'm just like, hey, I got 15 kids I'm bringing. We just learned marching band 4 weeks ago. Like, please don't make fun of us.
Well, I think you're going into it with the right mindset that, you know, we started a month ago and they've literally never done it until a month ago. Because, I mean, you're going to have people that are going to make fun of you regardless. Just the same way that there are people that make fun of Broken Arrow. Like,
yeah.
So, I think you're going into it and the kids know that they're new to it. And I think as long as you're excited for them, I don't think
I've told
really
them.
care.
I've told them countless times. Let's move this into topic 1 now. I wanted to move us into it.
Yeah, I figured we were already there.
Yeah, I was telling
the segue was so clean that we didn't realize we were in topic.
Exactly. I told them, I was just like, hey, I don't expect us to go there and win trophies again or do anything like that. I just want us to go and have a good time. That's all. That's all it really. Well, I all really care about is just going to have a good time. And if we win something, hey, we win something. That's cool. Like, good on us. If we don't, hey, we don't. We're here for fun. We get to go to the state fair for fun. You get out of school for a day.
Yeah.
You know, like
we're getting better.
Yeah, we're getting better. I even told them, I was just like, I'm not even that worried about this, to be honest. I'm just so they would be like more relaxed. I'm in a constant state of worry. But I was just like, I'm not even really worried about this. I'm more worried. I'm looking at this more as a warm-up / test run for our festival on Friday that we're marching at, because it's the one in our community and stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're just like, they're not really that worried about it either. Hopefully. I'm sure some of them will be. Some of them are just like, don't care. Like, oh, hey, we're going to the state fair. Oh. And I don't know.
I bet they're just happy that they're getting out and doing something in band.
Yeah, that too. Like I was listening to like some other people chit chat about band stuff the other day in my fifth or my computers class. Some of the kids were telling me why they weren't in band anymore, and they was like, we never went out and did anything. We just went to like state contests and that was it. And I'm just like, that's really sad. Like that y'all just did like
the bare minimum.
Like, yeah, I was like, man, that sucks. I felt bad for them saying that, and I was just like, hey, that's not how things are anymore. I'm not gonna be here Monday because I'm taking them to the state fair. Like, we're going out and doing more things. We're working on doing things good, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
And by doing things well, you earn the opportunity to go more places.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a give and take.
But I don't know. Hopefully that I'd be like, I see us going out and doing more things, doing good things like that. That more kids, like more of the kids that were in band, are gonna be like, oh hey, they're doing stuff now. I'll jump back in the band. That's kind of what I'm hoping.
Yeah, have a carrot that you can dangle for them.
Yeah, almost like, hey, we go to the state fair every year. We go to Frontier City every year. We go to a college football game every year. You know, I'm not going to tell them it's SWASU because that's not a carrot anymore. That's a turd. But I tell them that it's a college football game. They're like, oh, which college? And then, all right, next question. But I do want to do that band day thing at OU. I really do want to do that.
Yeah,
that seems really fun.
It was a lot of fun to do.
But then I already get season tickets, so then I have to sell my ticket again. But I can sell it to Mage, so it's fine. Or you.
Yep. And it was fun.
Yeah. Did you like where you sat? That's where my stay. I think you sat you sat in the ticket spot, right?
Well, so what I did was my brother got student tickets.
Yeah.
And they were sitting in the student section, and they got 40-yard. They got seats like right in front of the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So when I got in, I had sat down where the ticket seat was.
Yeah.
And as soon as they told me where they were, I went over there to see if they had any extra seats next to them.
Yeah.
And they had like one little spot right next to them, and so I stayed with my family.
Oh,
it was fun.
I'm glad you got to be with your family.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I love OU games. It's good times.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'll still sell you my West Virginia ticket if you want it.
I'm trying to save up for a cruise.
I know you are. But what I was going to tell you was I was going to take 50 off of it. So for me to pay you back for that hotel.
How much?
I don't know how much.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
if West Virginia keeps going the way they're going, that football game is not going to be much of a game and more of a slaughter.
Well, I just sell my tickets for face value. I don't try to like scalp them at all. If I get face value, that's all I'm happy about. It's like it's literally all I care about is getting face value for my tickets. Because I pay for season tickets for face value, so I'm getting money back one way or another. But anyways, I guess my topic one was me just complaining of like I talked myself. I had a realization in the middle of my fellow of the week that maybe 500 bands aren't going to be there. And that's just what I was worried about. That I was worried about being like
the bottom of 500.
Yeah, I was worried about being 500 out of 500 of the band there. But maybe being like 10 or 12th out of 15 maybe is a little bit better. Not last. That's all I care about. Not last. We have a good sound though. I will not. I'll toot my own horn with that one. We have a good sound. Like we have 15. Oh, I didn't tell you all this either. I got a new kid that like moved in.
Oh,
he
yeah?
plays percussion. So now I have 5 percussionists. I don't have an instrument for him to march with, but I got another percussionist.
Give him the tempo block. Just keep time right now, boy.
No, because I have a snare, I have quads, I have a cymbals, and I have a bass drum that I had to borrow from faithful listener and fan of the show, Joby. So, but I don't have an instrument for this 5th kid now, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I don't even know if I don't know anything about this kid other than that he's a new kid.
Might take a second to kind of get to know him.
Yeah, but it's going okay. I'm happy with how things are going.
Good.
Hopefully Monday won't be like my. I mean, we'll come back on Thursday, so I'll have my win or fail of the week then. But we'll see. And then the festivals this next. I'll talk more about the festival on Thursday. Anyways, let's get to the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about this week.
Okay.
Again, Classic WoW's been pretty good. Okay, I'm not. This is like the 3rd week in a row of me like talking about Classic WoW. As the meme I put into the chat today was just like, where to get trained in guns as a warrior. Someone types USA. Truth. Anyways, with the success of Classic WoW and how it's being this like, hey, other people go play Classic now. Stop playing this. Do you think it's more that the MMO genre has just became really stale with how pretty easy everything is now, and where the game could be self-played pretty much like how retail is now, compared to like how Classic is bringing in a fresh air for 15 years ago without the complexity of it and all that stuff that everyone is just like, this is the best thing ever again. This is why I love playing World of Warcraft. Do you think it's just nostalgia that's bringing everyone back to Classic WoW? Or do you think it's just that the MMO genre in general has become so stale that something from 15 years ago is like the next best thing?
I'm gonna be straight up honest. I think it's more nostalgia than anything.
That's fair. Why do you think that?
Well, because it's not the only Classic that came out and has had a big audience. Like old school RuneScape came out earlier this year, and it
didn't come out earlier this year. Old school RuneScape's been out since like 2016, I think.
Right. But they did the phone version, and that really brought up the life of the old school RuneScape. And it's one of those because that population's gotten big now, and Classic WoW's huge right now. I just feel like it's a little bit more on the nostalgia, and that they are really good games. Like, they're fun games. You have a good community, but it's just one of those things where it's like the nostalgia brings you to it. And it's
I see what you're saying.
I remember I had so much fun on it, and I'm gonna stay.
The phone versions of RuneScape came out in 2018.
Oh, was it last year? I thought it was earlier this year.
No, that's fine though.
Okay, I feel bad.
My thing is like people want more classic games with this. But then also Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers came out earlier this summer. And it was a pretty good hit, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was pretty fun. It has pretty good ratings all across the board. It's a different game than how WoW is, obviously, but I don't know if the MMO genre is stale yet. I think World of Warcraft retail is stale, and I think that's what's causing everyone to go to Classic. I've said this before. I had to clear my throat really bad. I've said this before. I think I said it like 2 weeks ago. It's such a Blizzard thing for them to have at the exact same times the best game they've ever released, with Classic coming back and being a hit, and at the same time having the worst game they ever released, with retail WoW being in such an awful state that it's in.
That's kind of my thought with it, because like Battle of Azeroth has not done well
at all. It's,
and for someone who doesn't play WoW, for me to know that's kind of speaks to how bad it has done. So
I have a sub for WoW again, and I logged into WoW just to like look at my character and just like I get the nostalgia of seeing my hunter that I've had for 13 years. But I didn't want to play him. I went to Classic and played my Classic hunter.
Yeah, so I wonder how much of that is Azeroth being bad.
I think it's hard to actually define, to be honest. Because I enjoy playing Classic because I enjoy the gameplay of it. It's difficult. It's a difficult game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not like easy held your hand game like how retail is. But it's also a very simple concept kind of game that just has very fluid difficulties in it that makes it difficult. Like, it doesn't tell you exactly what you need to go kill, or it tells you it makes quest text important. That's one of the big things. It tells you what you need to kill in a certain place or how far, like what direction is away from you. But it doesn't tell you like if it's like a drop quest or or what exactly it is. It won't show up in like the heads up display that, hey, you need to kill this right now, until you like actually kill it. Then it'll show up. Then you're like, oh hey, I need to kill 8 of these things. There are like add-ons to throw on there. Like the one I'll be honest, I use a couple add-ons. I use Quest Stick. It helps out showing me what to go kill, what it need, like what you need to do. I love playing Classic WoW as it is, but I also like having a little bit of help with things. It's not like I'm using the add-on that there's apparently an add-on. So in World of Warcraft, rogues can go stealth and they can't be seen on the map unless they get hit by unless they break stealth on their own, or if they get hit by Hunter's Mark before they get into stealth. Anyways, but there's an add-on to see that you can see them on the map still. And I feel like that's breaking the game. People's disagreed with me on it, but I really feel like that's breaking the game. I feel like that's breaking TOS.
I don't know. Have they banned you guys for it yet?
I don't use it. I don't use add-ons like that. I don't like cheating in the game. Like, I do not cheat in World of Warcraft. I bought WoW Gold like 10 years ago, but that was about it. That's the extent of my cheating in WoW. The only time I ever got in trouble in WoW was for being toxic and like yelling at people and being rude to people. That's the only time I was ever got in trouble in WoW. Other than that, I didn't like really get in much trouble. I didn't do anything like cheat in the game.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've followed very little of that. I'm sorry. I tried, but it's like all over my head.
But like even you saying that though, like people are putting add-ons into the game to make it more convenient for them to do stuff.
Some of them I'm okay with. Like I said, the Questic one I'm okay with.
Right, but I feel like that attunes to it being kind of like a more nostalgia for reason why they're playing it rather than it being a really good game. Because when you have to like add stuff onto the game to make it playable or like make it enjoyable for them, then it kind of defeats the purpose of a game.
Okay. Normally, I would agree with that. Except add-ons in World of Warcraft is exactly what it is. It makes the game. You can change the game how you want to make it enjoyable for yourself. Not everyone's gonna want to go through the game and use Questic. Not everyone's gonna want to go through the game and use LVUI. LVUI changes the heads-up display to to fancy things however you want it. And not everyone's gonna want to do that. And I mean, Add-ons gives you the ability to play the game however you want to play it. Where when you boil it down to it, yes, it's still the same classic game, but you can also build it up to be like what you want it to be still. Should that allow, in my opinion, game breaking buds or game breaking add-ons that let you see stealth players? No, I don't think that should be added.
Yeah.
But I see the point where add-ons enhance the experience. It doesn't, but by enhancing it, it doesn't take anything away from the base game, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I have the base game on my computer, on my work computer without any add-ons or anything like that, and I still enjoy it. I mainly just do it so I can check my auctions and stuff at the auction house and make gold for my mount. But I'm not gonna quest on it or anything. Like I said, add-ons are there to enhance the experience of the game. It doesn't take anything away from it. You can play the game without add-ons, and it's still a fun game.
But then your core game just has to be good enough to have that mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I mean, it is.
Classic does.
Yeah,
yeah. And not many games can say that like you can play a game without an add-on. I mean, even with like League of Legends, there's add-ons to like look people's like their MMR ratings or like their actual rank, because you still can't see people's ranks or maybe you can now, but for the longest time you couldn't see people's ranks in the loading screen. Which like you couldn't see who you're going against unless you like looked it up on an outside source. Which to that extent, I feel like that takes away from the gameplay of it. That if anytime you have to leave the game to look something up, that's when it takes away from the experience. Because something like that should already be in the game. You with the add-ons in World of Warcraft, you don't have to leave the game, is what I'm saying. Feel me, Mage?
Yeah, I got you.
Conan Jones is gone for a little bit. Baxter's chewing up stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't.
That was that chomp, chomp, chomp sound in the middle there.
I was kind of like, why isn't Conan saying anything?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, sorry, he came in and was like messing with the little springy doorstop.
That's funny. I love that pupper dog so much.
He is pretty adorable.
Did y'all see the picture my wife put on Facebook today?
Yeah, of him like being like a couple days old compared to like almost being a year.
Like today.
I have not.
You should look at it.
To think that little dog grew up to be baby Satan.
Yeah.
Just goes to show it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody. The cute, innocent face grows up to Satan. It happens. No, I love Max. He's the mascot of our podcast.
I need to put some pictures up of him or something, since he's the mascot.
But I think what the whole MMO genre is Blizzard has set the standard of the MMO genre with World of Warcraft in 2006. Or excuse me, 2014 or 2004. They set the genre for it because I mean you had EverQuest Online, you had RuneScape, you had Ultima, but none of those games was a hit like World of Warcraft was. People that have never even played World of Warcraft know about World of Warcraft. But if I ask you about Ultima Online, you wouldn't even know what the game looks like.
No, right? I do know EverQuest. I know EverQuest.
EverQuest is a little bit one that people's like, yeah, I know a little bit about that, but
yeah, EverQuest was like the big one. Like I think that was before WoW.
Yeah, it was before WoW.
Because that was like the one that everyone called.
But
I think there was a Star Wars MMO that was really popular.
Yeah, the Star Wars Galaxies. I remember that. But
yeah, that one.
But Blizzard renovated and now defines the MMO genre. And I think that's what it's leading up to again. is that in the next couple years, we're just going to get World of Warcraft 2, and Blizzard is just going to once again change the MMO genre. I don't think with how classic is now, I do not think the MMO genre is dead. The whole paying for a sub and playing a game every month, I don't think that model's dead. Because if it was dead, classic would have sunk.
I mean, in 14, Final Fantasy 14,
and 14 would have sunk. Like I think the genre needs fresh air blown into it, like hurricane. It needs an F5 of fresh air into the genre, and it needs it pretty quickly. And I think like classic is like putting the test tube, like not test tube, the feeding tube in to keep us alive for a little bit longer before we get that whole innovation of WoW 2.
Just get the VR already. Have a whole Sword Art Online thing.
You know, I'd be down for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I got trapped in Azeroth, I don't see a downside. Unless like the only thing I would like more like a Log Horizon model of being able to like still die, but you lose your memories of the game or of things. I would like that model more than if you die in the game, you die in real life. That's a dumb model. But if I
wasn't even thinking that, I was still thinking it's still a game, just VR.
I'm thinking of if I got trapped in Azeroth, I'd be okay. I'd make it work. I'd somehow still get banned too for being toxic, but I don't know. All right, but I think we're in a good way with MMOs now. I think if it's the third week in a row of us talking about it, I think it's in a good place. All right, let's go move on to topic 3. Mage, what you been playing this week?
Well, I've been watching a lot of Greedfall gameplay.
What's that?
So Greedfall, I can't remember what studio makes it, but it's kind of like a Witcher 3-esque type game, where it's that kind of a dark fantasy, but it's like its setting is kind of like a Pirates of the Caribbean type thing, where you have flintlock pistols and those kind of rifles.
Yeah.
But you also have magic and stuff. And I've been watching YouTube videos of that game, and it's been really fun. Like, actually, there's a lot of like really cool story missions that aren't even like the main quest. I love it when like if you're going to have an open world game like this one or like The Witcher 3, I really appreciate it because open world games they get filled up with a bunch of side quests and stuff like that, and it's really easy to make those side quests just like fetch quests or go heaven forbid escort quests. Those are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
But I really like it when side quests like actually have a its own like little like are really interesting. Like has its own little story almost. And you get that a lot with like companion quests in games, like with Mass Effect. Like the companion quests were really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really nice when like just a regular side quests, like there's still stakes involved. Like in this game, Greedfall, so you're cousin to the governor of this like island, and that's just your main character. You can make your character whoever. You can do like character creations and stuff, and all classes and everything else. But like your character's story is that you're the cousin to the governor, and they've named you Legate, which I'm not really sure what that does or what that title means, but it's very much just you go out and you be a hero, take care of people, whatever, normal main character stuff. But there's a war going on between like the natives of this like new land that you guys are like colonizing, and like another country that's also trying to colonize this land.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like North America and Europe and everything. But some of the side quests you deal with like the natives, and you're trying to like facilitate trade deals and stuff, and like sometimes it's like, hey, this person's acting really fishy. I hope that this negotiation goes well. We probably should check on it real quick. But it's like, it's really neat because it's like these side quests, like they matter, like things actually happen. So it's not just the main story isn't the only cool thing about it. So so I've been enjoying watching that game being played. Just because of all that stuff. Like the gameplay is really neat. That's good. It's just basic RPG stuff, but it's real time strategy. And you have, it's kind of like, it looks like Dragon Age type of combat.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying it. I'm glad you like it. Conan Jones, what have you been playing?
I've kind of just been all about Earth on the PvE. It's just been a pain in the butt because like they'll randomly shut the servers down without saying anything. It'll just be mid game and it'll just kick you out and say, "Oh, servers are shut down. Come back later." And it's like, "Oh, okay." Like,
you sure that's a PvE or is that just actually Riot?
Probably a little bit of both.
That game is so buggy, no matter what.
Like the PvE is worse than normal, but I got that City Skylines game that I was playing a little bit of, and I got kind of back into it, and I think I might have just wasted some money on it because I can't seem to get into it. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or I don't know, because I'm usually all about those games, but this one is not catching me for some reason.
Fair enough. Some games just aren't fun.
But like I did my research.
Earth's gonna be the first the first thing that's gonna drive me away from playing Classic.
Hopefully it comes to live servers here before too long.
Hopefully it's not as buggy.
I mean, it's Earth. Earth's supposed to be buggy.
Me and Conan were playing the game, and Leona, we were playing ranked. We were doing bot laning, and we were doing okay. And like this Leona threw her E, and I totally dodged it, but the hitbox touched me.
Oh, that's just right. Having bad hitboxes. That's
like even the Leona's like, yeah, the hitbox was disgusting. And we're just like, I was like, what? How did that hit me? That game, man, I love it.
Ghost, what you
sometimes.
I'm playing Classic. I'm level 31 now. Even though I didn't get to play very much at all this week, but I'm level 31 now.
What's the cap for Classic?
60.
Oh, level 31 after only 200 hours of gameplay.
Yeah. I wonder what my slash plate is. I don't think it's very much. I think it's probably like maybe 20 hours, maybe. But no, I'm level 30 now, level 31 now. I've made it to South Shore. Gonna be doing some quests there in the Arathi Highlands, and have a good time. That's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. Playing more of that. I might do some streaming. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what we got going.
All right.
Let's see what my plate is. Oh, all right. Maybe my time plate's a little bit
higher than you thought it was.
84 hours.
No, it's 52 hours and 51 minutes.
I figured it would have been higher than that.
You know, I kind of did. Well, I really didn't think it was because I really haven't been playing that much. Just because I've been pretty like I'll be honest with y'all. That first week of Classic, I was like staying. I'm like, all right, I was timing it out. I was like, if I go to sleep at 11, I'll get up at 6:30. Everything will be okay. So it ended up me getting off at like 11:30 and waking up at 6:30. And then I'm just like still like grogging around. I'm just like, all right, can't do this no more. so like the absolute longest I play like on a school night is like the 10:30. And that's like that's the thing I've like made myself do. And it's been working fine. Classic's been fun. It's a good game. But yeah, I've been playing Classic still. Not really much of anything else. I've been playing Clash of Clans as well. My Archer Queen is almost level 40. I just gotta wait to buy this hammer thing, and then she'll be level 40. I almost have a max level 10 base, but there's level 12 bases now, so I'm still not anywhere where I thought I would be.
What game was that?
Clash of Clans.
Oh, okay. You gotta drop some real money on that game if you're gonna be good at it.
Well, they added this monthly pass thing. For like $5, you get these different things. You gotta it's like the thing that season pass. That's what it is. But they do it every month. It's $5. I've done it every month since it came out. It's been worth it. I'm not gonna lie, it's been worth it. It's not like buying like $20 worth of gems and doing it. Like
yeah,
it's been like paying for a monthly pass to a game that I play every day. So I mean, I'm not one to like games of service model, but here it is. I like it.
Fair enough.
As long as you enjoy it, like that's the big deal. Like,
yeah,
if you can justify spending the money on it and enjoy your time with it, then whatever.
Yeah. But all right, let's jump into our wins of the week. Inferior Mage, what is your win of the week?
Well, we talked about it earlier, but it's basically me getting to go to the OU game.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I got to spend time with my family. We got to get to the OU game. This is only the second time I've ever actually been to an OU game.
Really?
So, yeah.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, and the first time I went, we had like nosebleed section seats, so this one was a much different experience. I wouldn't say better because the first time it's the first time.
Yeah,
and also I was younger, so it was it's a little bit different when you're a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was definitely a different experience, and it was definitely fun. So it was a good time. I had a good time.
Good.
That's good. Conan Jones, what's your win of the week?
Oh, excuse me. I guess my win is that like next week I have my certification testing, and then I'm going to be done with training. I can't really think like this on-the-job training stuff this past week has just been a slog because nobody's had anything for me to do. I've complained about it before. I won't do it again, but I'm ready to be done and like actually doing stuff. Poor
thing's getting getting paid to sit there.
But like after like having that teacher mentality of like never stopping, like some people just they move much slower than I want them to, and it pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Because, like, I get into that teacher mode of, like, okay, this has to be done. It has to be done now or it's not getting done.
Right.
And that is not very normal for state workers. I'm coming to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I can be that change, blah, 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 all that BS they tell you to do.
Be the change you want to see or whatever.
Yeah.
But nothing different than what they tell you when you're doing teacher school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Be the change that you want to be, or whatever nonsense, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, my win of the week is going to Swassa yesterday. It was pretty fun, just seeing friends, and then and then going to see going to the state fair today with my brother. It's the first time he got to go to the state fair, so
it's pretty nice. Before?
No, he's never been before. So it was pretty nice being able to take him.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you guys got to go.
Yeah. But then I go back tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to it or not. I am looking forward to getting turkey legs. Turkey legs are pretty good. Pretty happy with the turkey legs.
No, is this the OKC state fair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Oklahoma State Fair.
I couldn't remember because there's a Tulsa State Fair too, and I couldn't remember what state fair.
It's the only state fair that matters.
There's a Tulsa State Fair?
Apparently.
Yeah. I went there when I was like 5. Or no, I was younger than that, and I got lost. So I've never been back.
You got lost?
No, that's a traumatic experience for a 3 to 5-year-old.
Your parents left you alone like that? That's funny. Did
no,
you,
my brother
walk off or what?
No, I was holding my brother's hand, and he has like, I want to say, I think it's autism, but it's like Asperger's or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like 5 maybe. And I'm holding his hand, and he's holding my mom's hand.
Okay.
And the Ferris wheel, pretty lights, little kid.
Right.
I'm staring at it, and my brother just lets go of my hand, and I don't even realize. And when I look back, my whole family gone.
Nowhere to be found.
It's a traumatic experience.
That's funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
Oh, it was terrible when it happened, but it's funny now, I guess.
It's fine to look back on it. I'm glad you can look back on it and laugh like we can.
I'm glad I wasn't trafficked.
I'm glad you didn't get hit by the Ferris wheel.
Thanks.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say in the middle of these things.
Yeah.
Good job not getting kidnapped. High five, I guess. I don't know.
It's scary, man. But yeah, I've never been to the Tulsa State Fair since. But that's because like my parents were traumatized because of it, and I just don't care about state fairs that often.
I just like the food. That's all I like. The food's really good. Can report that I finally had deep fried Oreos.
How was it?
Oh really?
Oh man, whole new world.
Didn't you have deep fried Oreos on that Tuba Friday that we had?
Yeah, but like I had like actually like something that was good and not like
something
us
from
like
Sonic.
Something that was just stupid that we made. God, I forgot all about that night. Didn't we deep fry a pizza?
Yeah. We deep fried bratwurst.
We made corn dogs. The corn dogs were actually pretty good. No, remember we didn't deep fry the we didn't deep fry them. We just started eating them. We just started eating the bratwurst. Remember?
No,
we just grilled
we deep fried it. We
didn't. No, we didn't. We grilled it
because we started and we dapped it in batter and fried it to get the corn dog.
Oh, I just remember us eating it. Like that's all I remember us was doing was just.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was.
Fun. It was completely unhealthy and probably reasons why we have heart.
Yeah, but it was fun. We had a good time.
It must have been after I left.
No, it was.
No, you were there.
You were there for it.
I do not remember that.
It was at our apartment. Because your little was the one that was like doing the most of the cooking. Conan is just drawing a blank. I forgot that he doesn't remember.
It's okay. He has dementia now. He's old.
Who are you guys? What is this?
That's why we don't get consistent episodes up anymore. Conan forgets about them. We found the reason. It's not because of me and Mage.
I mean, you still have 2 on your hard drive.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Lost forever.
I think one's on my school computer, and I think the other one on my actual computer. I think.
Yeah, because the Jamboree one is on your school computer.
Yeah. I forgot about those. I'll be honest. I forget about it, and then you remind me. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to that tonight. And then I go like cook or something. And I was like, what was I supposed to do tonight? Sleep.
That's classic. Yeah.
Play WoW Classic.
Play WoW Classic. Literally anything other than what Conan told me to do. Like, oh, okay. Sounds good. But, all right, we good?
Yeah.
I'm good if y'all are good.
All right, well, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at lowscalegaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.